Well, this defense for the Buccaneers, they were quite formidable in the win over Philly a week ago.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
Jimmy Graham, the intended receiver, and it's third down. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays, I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play. On is Santos for the Bears field goal. This from 54 yards away. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And this will remain a scoreless game.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
Back now comes Tampa Bay. So after the missed long field goal attempt, this offense set up nicely at the 44-yard line. On first down, Brady. The left side completion to Jones. And he goes out of bounds and looks like right at the 50. They should have gotten more out of that, though. He was wide open.
I love how emphatic you are with that call because that's exactly what I was thinking. Wide open in the flat. Give him a ball that he can use to get upfield with, not just catch and go over the sideline. They cost themselves some yardage there.
Now a play fake. Brady. And that's complete. It's Chris Godwin. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
But I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. Darquez Denard there to make the tackle. And here's Jones again on second down. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break.
Oh, yeah!
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, a give to Jones. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Now Brady. And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucs.
Let's go! Come on!
Mike Evans, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bucs have taken a first-quarter lead. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams.
And now before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How is the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point up and good by Succa, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. So here's Jakeem Grant from his end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. And they were in field goal range the last time out but couldn't connect.
And it's early in the game, so I don't think that the confidence just goes entirely out of, running your kicker back out there. But let's face it, some coaches have a little bit less patience for that than others. Let's see if they call the game differently now in terms of what they do on drives and not try and settle for field goals.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. 2nd and 10. From the gun, here's Fields. Escaping the pressure right. It's a loss of 11 on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Here's Fields. He'll leave it for Montgomery complete. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down.
That's certainly playing down and distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath by all means.
So on 4th down, Britton Colquitt on the punt. And a fair catch is taken here, a step or two inside the 45-yard line. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return. Tampa Bay, they're getting ready to set up shop here for their second drive. They'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. Means they got out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
Meanwhile, Brady's throw taken in by Miller. And he's brought down.
It's almost as if they didn't leave the field after their first drive. They picked right up where they left off. Another good throw there. And this offense, humming here in the early going.
They'll run on first down. It's Jones, and he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. A first carry for Leonard Fournette. Able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37. Now Leonard Fournette. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent game.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They hand off to their big tight end. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. On 2nd down, it's Jones.
Came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Into the red zone, it's Brady. Slant route to Miller. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Now Brady. And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucs. Tom Brady with 2 first-quarter touchdown passes. And the Bucs are off to a 13-0 first-quarter lead.
It's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8-ball.
You got to make sure you just hold in there. Survive the early storm, relax a little bit, and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
Extra point put through by Sucker, and it's now 14-0. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it ends with a touchdown for the Bucs. Graham, he will not return it, and his guys will begin at the 25. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. Here's Fields. Steps away to his left. And Fields going to have the first down before sliding to a hole to avoid the contact. But Charles, in the past, a lot of people called this offense one-dimensional.
I think you did.
Well, it was you. I'll be honest, I did. I think the fan base is hoping with this young rookie that they can put some wrinkles in this offense like we just saw.
I think you're exactly right, because we did have that discussion that what we've seen in the past from them, they needed to broaden, and they have done it here. Look at what he's bringing to their offense, and now as a defensive coordinator, you've got some extra work to do to prepare for him and their offense.
And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11. Out of the gun, Fields. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll slide to a halt here. Still a little shy of the first down marker. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. To throw is Fields. He's going deep for Brown. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Antonio Brown, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bears have cut it to within a score. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. Through 1 quarter, 14-7 our score. The Bears with the football. We get set to begin quarter number 2. Santos out now. He'll kick it away. And this will be a touchback. Berrios deciding not to bring it out. So here are the Bucs to take over on offense. Their win streak at 6 coming in and counting as they've got the lead right now, beginning this drive 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. Well, you know, this club, there were some reports earlier in the week, and most have heard this by now, the so-called unnamed sources that were saying all is not rosy in that locker room. There's whispers that 1 or 2 guys, CD, have kind of had enough of how things are going and have been going. How would you handle that as a coach?
Well, you and I both know all the coaches that we've dealt with and come in contact with. They'd love to get their hands on those unnamed sources, wouldn't they? But they know that that's not possible, so I think they've got to go in there and make sure that this isn't a distraction. They also know that once the grumbling starts, it becomes a slippery slope, and it's hard to stop the fall. But I think you need to sit some guys down and say, hey, look, we're still hoping to be a playoff team this year. We need you guys to be bought in with what we're doing. Come on, let's get on board.
The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for third down. To throw, it's Brady. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there. That brings up fourth. Now on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Here comes Grant on the return. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Bears take over. Here comes Justin Fields and the rest of the Bears offense. Been a decent start for him here in this first half, but they're losing. And I think as the captain of the offense, you probably always feel like you need to do more in that situation.
The best have always felt that way, and they won't settle for anything less. So right now his goal is to increase what he's doing on the field, try to make sure his teammates come along with him, and he feels like if I do better, everyone will do better. And that's what we're seeing from him right now. Got to have a little extra determination.
Yeah, a little extra determination. He has thrown the touchdown pass. No interceptions for him personally to this point. On first down, it's Fields. And this will be caught by Mooney. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. From just shy of midfield, Fields got his man complete over the middle. It's Graham. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 35.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a give running right is Montgomery. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. That's caught by Montgomery. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And they're going to face a third down.
Was that a receiver? Yeah, actually it was. There's a running back who was a receiver on the play. Ike's been spending time in the receiver drills getting down.
Well, those guys out of the backfield, they got to be good, agile with their feet. He showed the agility there with a toe tap.
No doubt about it. It's like he learned the ballet school. Got the toes down and stayed.
Montgomery back to the ground. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
A small bit of adversity here on what's been a strong drive as they come up 2nd and 12. A give to Montgomery out of the gun. And a good run as he manages 7 yards down to the 17. And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. Fields now to throw. Forced out to his left. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. Week 7 action, and we've got a 7-point game here in the second quarter. And this offense hoping to change that right here. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. 40 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Partner, in our years together, we've never really run into a player that's admitted a doubt or a lack of confidence, right? But right now, I'm just wondering about that interior line because on defense, they're starting to get manhandled at the point of attack. Do they have it in them to figure a way to reverse the tide? Because right now, they're running the ball at will.
Montgomery. No dice this go around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, second and goal. They'll run for it with Montgomery. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. David Montgomery, his second touchdown on the season. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying the football game. People always talk about one of his biggest strengths running the football, vision, and he found the spot there, went into the end zone.
You're exactly right about that. It wasn't just the vision, right? Once he saw the gap, decisiveness, made up his mind, and about the power to finish the play. Not only did he get good blocking, he created his own space as well.
Santos with the extra point, and we are tied here in the second quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And this will be a touchback. Berrios deciding not to bring it out. Now the Buccaneer offense gets set to take over. And that 14-0 lead to begin the ball game, well, that's gone now. Time to regroup.
I think even up 2 touchdowns, they knew this wasn't going to be a walk in the park, and I think that's why we would see the head coach going up and down the sidelines telling his team, let's stay with it, let's keep going. It's almost like he knew they were going to make their run at him, and they have. As you said, let's see if they can regroup and get going again.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Working from the gun, it's Brady. Over the middle, complete. It's Mason.
And as a quarterback, you're always pleased when you can use all the weapons at your disposal. Here he spots his fullback underneath, gets the completion right there for a nice pickup.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Brady. Airing this one out for Evans. And this is taken in at the 5. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. He went swinging for the fences on that play. Didn't quite get in the end zone, but, boy, they're set up pretty now.
Okay, that play just happened. Let it go. Time to defend the goal line, bring some all-out pressure, and try and knock them back.
Jones. And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. 2nd and goal from the 1. Fournette. And he's not going to push his way forward. He's going to be stopped at the 2-yard line. They were held out last time. Here now is 3rd and goal from the 1. Fournette again. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Leonard Fournette, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Bucs have taken the lead. Able to punch it in on 3rd down makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a 4th down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating, will we have to make the call? They already had it lined up, never even got to it.
Extra point try now for Suckup. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. So that drive 6 plays, 75 yards. And the man who finished it off with a run into the end zone, Leonard Fournette. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This is Jakeem Grant. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
Let's go.
David Montgomery ready to take the field for the Bears' next possession. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Following the penalty, Montgomery. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. On 3rd down, they go Montgomery. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Colquitt on to kick as he sends it away. It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Here's the Tampa Bay offense, and Ronald Jones leading him out. He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
Well, now he's looking just to add to his totals. Throwing again on 2nd down. Brady going up top for Miller. Touchdown! Tom Brady, his 3rd touchdown pass of this first half. And the Bucs get the quick strike touchdown. We keep waiting year after year to see signs of Tom Brady's arm strength deteriorating, but his message there, keep waiting.
And we often talk about hang time for punts, but in this case, we should probably calculate the hang time on that throw, because that one hung up there for a long time and managed to keep going and going until it found its target.
Extra point up and good by Suckup, and the lead now up to 14. The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown.
Jakeem Grant now to return.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Let's go, baby.
Here comes Justin Fields and the rest of the Bears offense.
And how does he rally the troops, so to speak? He's played well, but they're down big on the scoreboard. How does he get his guys going?
To make sure they understand it's not a me game, it's a team game. Everyone has to come together. Everyone has to up the level of play a little bit, including himself, and find a way to make some plays in order to give them a little bit of a spark and rally the team.
We'll see if they can indeed rally down big on the scoreboard right now. So he was past the line of scrimmage when he threw it.
And as they say, that's a no-no. Got to be able to understand where you are on the field and not cross the line before throwing the ball downfield.
So the illegal forward pass also cost him a down, and now it's 2nd and long.
Fields throw complete here to his receiver Brown.
And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds.
Throwing on third down, Fields. And left side here, it's Graham. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. And he finds his tight end, Graham. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number one. Again, Fields. It's caught outright by Graham. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Fields. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. So even though it's first down, here's the on now to try to get 3 before halftime. It's a 39-yard attempt right hash. Santos' kick is up and through, and that will get the disadvantage now back to 11. Well, not the best first half facing this deficit, but at least they did put 3 on the board before half.
Yeah, it's a little bit like that stormy, cloudy day, and the sun peeks through just for a second. They saw the sun there. They're hoping to see a little bit more of it in the second half.
He'll take the knee, and the final couple seconds will tick by in this first half. So we've hit halftime here in Tampa with the Bucs out in front. As we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. A lot to get to here as some of the division races starting to take shape as we look around the NFL here in week number 7. We'll begin up north at MetLife Stadium over in New Jersey, where it was the visiting Panthers who were able to come in and get one on the road. Sam Darnold, a very good performance as his guys run the record now to 5-2. From there, let's head west to see what's going on with the Raiders at home in Las Vegas. And that one is at halftime as they lead the visiting Eagles. Josh Jacobs, a touchdown run in that first half. Finally, let's get down to Miami to see what's going on with the Dolphins. And it was the visiting Atlanta Falcons who come in and get the victory. Cordero Patterson, a touchdown run in the victory. Moving on, let's take a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Bears. And they've had plenty of success throwing the football so far this afternoon, as they're on pace to throw for over 300 yards if their form holds. Meanwhile, for the Bucs, we check out their numbers on the ground as they'll try to keep the momentum going into the second half.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback. Berrios deciding not to bring it out.
Let's go.
Out come the Buccaneers. They'll have it first to start in the third quarter. Brady going to bring the Bucs up with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. And he'll begin the drive with a give to Jones. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 52 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. The defense was dialed into the pass. They overlooked the draw play.
And how often do we talk about the oldies are still goodies? Because that draw play comes straight from Coach Paul Brown's playbook, going all the way back to the original Cleveland Browns.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. From midfield, here's Brady. Throwing left side, he's got Gronk complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
know that no game in the NFL is ever easy, but they're making it look that way. Everything is being done with such precision. Just on this drive alone, 3 plays, 3 first downs. If you're on defense, you're scrambling, looking at each other, trying to figure out how are we going to slow these guys down.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. From the 35 on 2nd down, Brady. Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Now Brady on the bootleg. And he'll get that to Fournette, complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 17-yard line. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. They go back to the ground with Jones. Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Second down, another shot for Jones. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot has been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. Shotgun now for Brady. And he's got his tight end, Howard. It's a Buccaneer touchdown. The 4th touchdown pass of the game for Tom Brady. And the Bucs take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
You have fun with this one, partner?
I am. He's been fun to watch under center.
We always talk about, getting to the next level, right? When we see people get into the zone, this guy's in the master class right now. What a performance he's putting on, just carving them up.
4 touchdown passes, carving them up is right. Seems like everything he throws is going to be a completion and going in the end zone. Extra point put through by Suckum. And the lead is up to 18 now. Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. The return man is Grant. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. So here are the Bears now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
And, Charles, this infraction is going to be against the offense, false start.
Sometimes you have to get up to the line of scrimmage, make sure your team is set before you begin your cadence.
The false start hurts him there a bit, backs him up to 2nd and 9. A play fake, now Fields to throw. Being chased out left. And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the first down marker. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A shotgun snap, Fields. Flushed out right. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. From the 39-yard line, here comes 2nd down at 6. Back to throw. Fields completes a Mooney on the slant. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Now it's Fields. And that is incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Fields. Flush to his right. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. 7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. From the gun, here's Fields. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the first down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
And that one will be no good. He never had it on line. It's well wide to the left, and this score will stay right where it is. Well, you know that they were thinking second-half comeback here. That's a big miss if they want to have a chance at that comeback.
A very big miss because time is becoming a real factor now, and they're 3 scores down.
Now the Buccaneer offense set to take over again. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a bead on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit with play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out.
Just more of the same there, partner. Guys have just been running free in the secondary this entire game. No pass rush, a lot of passes completed. Been an easy day for them.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. A handoff to Fournette. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. Back to the ground, this time with Jones. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up. Here's Brady. Throw left side complete. That's Evans. And in for the Buccaneers touchdown. 5 touchdown passes now for Tom Brady as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that. Truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. Extra point up and good by Succop. And they open the lead up now to 25. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it's all finished off with a touchdown by Tampa Bay. Grant sets to return it. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. The Chicago offense set to get started. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
Play action. It's Fields. This will be caught by Brown. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. From the gun, it's a give to Montgomery. Room here to run. Oh, some strong running. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 79 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries. And, Charles, you look at this offense, their struggles moving the ball well documented. Dead last in the NFL in first downs, but signs of life there.
Yeah, and you and I do, I think, a really good job of respecting the game and respecting the teams. But this squad, they're in a position now where their fan base gets excited when they pick up a first down. They cheer almost like they picked up a touchdown.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 47. Now Fields. Robinson's got it. And some space here. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A big play there on the catch and run.
This is what made the West Coast offense a staple around the NFL in the 80s and 90s. You don't have to push the ball deep downfield to come up with big plays, and there's an example of that right there.
Draw play. Fields gives to Montgomery. A tough run gets him just inside the 10 to the 9, but no further. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Tampa. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Fields. The quick slant caught. And the Bears are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
They'll run with Montgomery. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. David Montgomery. His 2nd touchdown of the game. His 3rd on the year. And the Bears cut into that lead. Well, we have seen the stiff arm get renaissance here in recent seasons, and that was pure strength there as he forced his way into the end zone.
And when you think of guys who use the stiff arm so effectively, I go back to guys like Earl Campbell, Walter Payton, some recent guys like Marshawn Lynch. Let's go to the Wayback Machine. Bronco Nagurski, he dealt out a wicked stiff arm.
Santos able to tack on the extra point, and that'll cut the lead down to 18. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. From the 6. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. Mike Evans in the Tampa offense about to set up shop. This defense, they wouldn't mind not seeing him again for a while. 3 trips to the end zone. How about that?
I think right now they would happily go to their general manager and say, is there any way you could get a trade for him? Bring him over to our team so we don't have to cover him anymore? Because he is really having a heck of a ball game, isn't he?
Boy, he is. I don't know that a mid-game trade's going to happen, but good thought. On 2nd down, it's Jones. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. The Bucs on 3rd down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 3. Again, it's Jones. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
get carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
We got three. Alabama. 72.
Here's a give to Fournette. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Fournette once more on 2nd down. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge. Brandon, this can be so demoralizing for a defense. They've had 2 opportunities to get off the field. They haven't gotten it done. So now your coordinator is going to call every blitz that he has, any type of something that they haven't seen before. And he's also telling the defensive linemen, don't worry about holding people up. Just get in gaps and try and make a big play.
And not only not getting off the field on 2 opportunities, clock continuing to run. Fournette, a 1st down carry. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. I think you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
Brady going to throw. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 34-yard line. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
Now whistles here before the snap. Looked like one of the Bucs may have moved. A false start backs him up 5. 1st and 15. After the penalty, it's Fournette. And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line. On 2nd down now. It's Jones. And some room to work. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. 125 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Gets a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Brady gives this one off to Jones. And a little bit of space there. Takes it inside the 5 to the 3. The Bucs on 3rd down. They've been flat getting it done. 8 for 9 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And he's got Gronkowski. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Rob Gronkowski. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Buccaneers add on to their lead. And it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week.
They had the lead in the fourth, but still passing. Finding the big target for the touchdown. Now that lead grows even more.
Everybody gets to join in the fun. You know, it doesn't have to just be the wide receivers catching touchdown passes. The tight end doesn't just have to do just the dirty work inside. He gets a chance to get into the end zone as well.
Extra point put through by Suckup. And they open the lead up now to 25. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as Grant opts not to return it.
Here we go.
Another drive coming up for this Chicago offense. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. Just too much to handle on the other side in this one. On first down, Fields. He's going deep for Brown. That one a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete. So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Here's Fields. Back to Brown, this time complete. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7, past the 30 to the 32.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on it.
Fields on third down. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up 4th. They snap it to Fields. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Brown. Fields on first down. That's complete to Robinson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 47. They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. And down he goes. A Buccaneer sack. Jason Pierre-Paul just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Well, remember, they had the nice gain on the previous play, but they just gave a lot of it back right there on that sack.
Yeah, they get the sack, get back some real estate. Felt like the type of play that could spark a defense and swing some momentum. Almost felt like a take that type of a play, didn't it, partner?
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Another try after the first down sack. Fields. And this will be caught by Mooney. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. To throw is Fields. Got him in. It's Brown. And a tackle going to be made at the 41 as they stop him a few yards short of the 1st. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. And able to catch it, but he's out of bounds. And the throw took him beyond the sideline, and that's going to be a turnover on downs. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any 4th down stop is a big momentum play.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. 2nd down, back to Fournette. Oh, Fournette loses it. It's out. And this is picked up by the Bears. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
But he has been a workhorse for them in this game, and ball security hasn't been an issue until that point.
Yeah, and let's face it, when he's going to carry the ball that many times, he becomes more and more of a target for the defense, knowing that he's going to be the primary guy. They'll just send more and more players towards him, trying to make sure they knock him.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line.
Brendan, every great running backs coach I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves. You're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's about running them into submission, hasn't he?
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was just going to use that phrase. He has run them into submission.
Wave the white flag.
They'll run it with Jones. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Roquan Smith, the Bears' leading tackler last year, up to make the play. But Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Bucs, their winning ways continue as they get it up to 7-0. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the New Orleans Saints. Meanwhile, for Chicago, things are definitely going south quickly as they fall now to 1-6. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against San Francisco.